about purses and things like you ain't bought your own self a certain purse or a certain dress or a certain name brand. If you ain't buying yourself that, how can you expect somebody else to come in your life and do that for you? You ain't doing it for yourself. And
Mhm.
so for Tony and I, we're at a space and we're at a place in time where we're now saying, okay, we're cool now. We've had she and I have had some bumps in the road that nobody would never know about. Nobody would never. And I'm gonna be at. I think she's on here. I think Tony is on here. There were times where we was like, okay, this is a wrap. We can't roll with this.
Yeah.
But what we made a decisions is we instead of doing what we did in the past, we said we got to do something different. In other words, we have to work through it. Whenever we use the word, she and I use the word merge. When we communicate with each other, we use the word merge a lot, which means when I am bringing myself to her and she's bringing herself to me,
Mhm.
guess what? She's bringing all of herself to me,
Right.
and I'm bringing all of myself to. And we can't pretend. If we're gonna be in a real relationship, I got to let you know that this is an issue for me, and beyond that, she has to do the same. But then I have to see her how she reacts to what is an issue
But
for
at what
her,
point,
and that's how.
I know earlier you were saying how
Go ahead.
you don't tell everybody, you don't just come out telling somebody your expectations. But at what point do you say, when you start to develop a relationship, that you tell that person what your expectations are? Because I feel like I need to let you know what my expectations are, because if you cannot uh, fulfill those, then there's no need to proceed on.
So in points like that, in areas like that, those are what I call natural conversations.
Mhm.
What is a natural conversation to me? So we sitting around and a real life situation happens. Let's say points like that in areas like that, those are what I call natural conversations. What is a natural conversation to me?
Mhm.
So we sitting around and a real life situation happens. Let's say a a female friend of mine, and she's a female friend of mine, right? She's a female friend of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're in a situation, male friends that she probably dealt with, right?
Right.
So now we talk about it. We now see too many people are rushing or trying to have an in-depth conversation too early.
Right. Okay.
I'll be 49. I'll be 49 this year. Tony's getting ready to turn 50. And y'all know y'all ages. But guess what? It took me 49 years to get the way that I think, the
Mm-hmm.
way that I respond to things. It took me 49 years to get here.
Right.
Uh, up the Tony is not gonna get all of that in 6 months, in 5 months, in 1 month, in a year, in 2 years. It's a journey. It's a growth. And if the I've decided this, that I'm gonna take one issue at a time. When it pop up, we're gonna deal with that issue. We're gonna go through our emotional stressors. We're gonna make a decision on whether we're gonna stay together or not. We're gonna say, this is my red flag, this is my line. If this is my line, then we're gonna cut it loose. If I'm willing to fight for this, then I'm gonna stay in it. But instead of trying to fight so many battles at the same time, handle each battle. God is really good to us. God is really good to us. And if we take steps with God, the, they say he's not going to put more on us that we can't bear,
Yeah.
which means when you in a relationship, he's going to feed you each other. He's gonna feed you, Jay, some of swing. Swing, he's gonna feed you some of Jay. And it's a little bit at a time because he know you. God knows, God knows, God knows Tony cannot handle all of me. And because I know my issues. And if God puts all of me in front of Tony, Tony would turn around and run, and vice versa. If God put all of Tony in front of me, I was like, hell no, I ain't finna deal with all of that. But God said, let me spoon feed you her. And it's one step at a time. And if we learn, and what it does is if we accept the spoon feeding, it builds up what we call immune. We become immune. We learn how to deal with each other more. We learn each other because there's some things that I learned about Tony that happened when she was a little girl.
Yeah.
We deal with stuff that happens to when she was, and vice versa. She's dealing with stuff that happened to me when I was a wet behind the ears sailor in the military, and I lost a baby.
Yeah.
So but if I was to just I was helping I was and I'm gonna shut up. I was helping this young man some years ago, and I went through he was thinking about committing suicide, and because of a relationship. So I went through my relationships with him. I talked about the time one of my ex-wives rode over me with a car. I talked about another one that she stole from another wife, stole from the church. And I went through all of these different things. And at the end of the conversation, he said, I'm confused. I said, confused about what? Because I had gave him so much at one time. He said, I don't understand. I said, you don't understand what? He said, I don't understand why you're not in jail, dead, or in a nut house. Because I had put so much information on him to prove to him that there's somebody worse off than he was. But I gave him so much information at the same time, mentally he couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
If God was to give you all, Jay, if God was to give you all a swing, you wouldn't understand swing. Swing, if God was to give you all a Jay, you would not be able to digest Jay. So what God does is say, here's a little bit, and y'all fight that battle, and y'all overcome that mountain. And God says, here's a little bit more. Y'all do that. There's a little bit more. But the problem is people aren't willing to digest the one spoonful.
Yeah.
Because they're too busy trying to get to the dessert. They don't want to eat the meal because they want the dessert.
Yeah. And I've never, I mean, that makes sense. I just never had anybody like use an analogy like that and put it that way to where, like you said, you just putting so much on a person. That's probably why people run other people off, like you said, and they'd be like, what happened? All I did was tell him about myself, and then I didn't see him anymore. So that's what that is
you gave too much.
You gave too much too soon, and that person just wasn't able to, like you said, digest it because they couldn't wrap their brain around what you just told them.
They didn't want that.
They didn't want that. Yeah.
No, she got some shit with her.
Right.
And that's why guys get ghosts. Women talk all the time about men getting ghosts. They go ghost on them. I'm not talking about those that you don't gave your body to. I'm talking about those that sat there and had this in-depth conversation on the front. Let me tell you about church. Church done messed up dating. Church has completely messed up dating. They have jacked it up. They said date with a purpose. Okay, what they should have been saying is, okay, yes, date with a purpose, but your purpose is to learn the person,
Right?
Not to be in love with them, or not to say that that's the one. Because sometimes you have to realize I may be you just because you physically attracted to somebody does not make them the one.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm attracted to Angela Bassett, but I know she don't give a damn about me. Swing, sit down.
He said, "Sit down."
Swing, don't do that. Don't do that. Swing, don't do that.
She'll be
Don't
right
do
back.
that.
She gotta go get the clothes. Do you need the quarters?
No, it already dried. I just need to get it.
Oh, okay. But you know that's her girl.
So no, that's mine. Oh, I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry, Tony. But see, and in reality, the reality thing is, and on a serious note, is that when we when couples date, stop rushing.
Mm-hmm.
And the way and the way I do it may not be the way somebody else does it.
Right.
And so you have to take we all have to take our own steps. My stride might be bigger than somebody else's stride, or it may be shorter because my lived experience is different. So when you say what are men looking for
Right.
in a woman, every man is different.
Yeah.
Every single man is different.
And I guess
Some men is look.
the conversation came
Go
up
ahead.
today because we was just rolling, and the conversation came up today. We were just talking about like what kind of topic can we come up with, and then we were just talking about like what. Well, we never really have too many men in our life, Let's see if we can get J Rock off in there. So she messaged J Rock. We was thinking about we can say, what do men, want? What do men want? And because I was talking about how I had female friends, back in the day that would say, men would tell them, "Hey, I don't want to get married, I don't want to have kids," but the female always felt like I'm that one that's going to change you after the man then told you his expect. Who you scared the shit out of me?
What? And nobody gonna bug you around in these parts?
She come in that door so fast, and so that was the thing was that man tells you what he's wanting, what he's looking for, and then that female just still feel like she can change him because I'm gonna be the one that that's gonna make you want to marry me, whatever. So it was that kind of thing.
And let me say this to women. Two things. I got one. Stop thinking you can change a man. Who he is and who he showed you he is. Believe that. Believe that. If he's showing you that he's this, believe that. Now, does he has the potential to change? Yes, but it's not on you as the woman.
Right.
It's on him himself. He has to make a decision. So that's the first thing. Stop thinking you're gonna change a man because you're not. The more you sit there and try to change a man, the more you're gonna push him away. Period. Number two, and this is I'll just go ahead and say it. Ladies, stop thinking because you cute in the face, thick in the waist, all that stuff. Stop thinking that just because you are that way, that's going to keep him. If you get a man that is attracted to your looks, he will leave you. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it loud for the people in the back that didn't hear me.
Yeah.
If you have a man that is only attracted to you because and is only with you because of your looks, and you presented yourself as I got this type of face and I got these type of hips and all of this other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
guess what? Those looks and those hips are gonna go. So what he does is he finds somebody to replace that.
Right.
He goes and finds somebody else because you already said men are visual. Yes,
Right.
men are very visual.
Very.
But a man is not going to marry what he sees. He's going to marry a woman by what he feels. And if he ain't feeling you, let me tell you something. That joker is gone.
Yeah.
Because the next cute thing that walks by him, that's why those, let me, a perfect example. A rich man, they got all this money. He's looking for eye candy. Once he get that icon on his arm, but then down the line, your body start changing.
Mm-hmm.
Your face started changing. Guess what he gets to do? He gets to go find somebody else that looks like what he wants on his arm.
Right.
Like Ray Charles. Ray Charles feel your arm, and if you was too big,
You,
he want you.
you know what? You know what? You know what?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's how he was. That's how my daddy. No, let me stop.
Well, yeah, we appreciate you chiming in and talking about this. It was just something that we came up with while we was rolling today. You know, we felt it was a good subject because we was talking about what women want and women this, women that. So we're like, let's get a couple of men. We had a couple of men in here earlier, as you seen, you know, that chimed in and commented, and so we like to get both sides, you know, opinions when it comes to that. So yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for allowing me on your live.
Yeah, so you guys go follow Jason Madison.
Six.
Is it six?
Six.
6 or 06?
Six.
6.
Yeah.
Follow Jason Madison. They were saying that
Six.
this is deep and they like the conversation. So
And Miss Mary said hi.
and Miss Mary said hi.
Hey, Miss Mary, y'all check me out on lifeafterthecollar.com or check me out on my Spreaker. Well, if you go to Life After the Collar, you're gonna be able to find all of my shows and things like that. I was up for it was a possible interview. Y'all didn't know this. Possible interview or audition to do actually do a morning radio show.
Okay.
But they ended up promoting within the house. So they're looking at me for something else, maybe like a person that'd be a stand-in and stuff like that. So, but we'll see.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I hope it work out for you.
Yup. Yeah. Dr. Tony's birthday is in a couple of weeks.
Yes, we know. I got it on the calendar. I know she watching, going,
Hey, look.
hey, Tony.
Look. I got this. Let me show you. She mad. She mad at me because I keep y'all look at this. How do I flip this thing around? I can't flip it around.
Oh.
What is it? What is it?
It's her gift.
Oh.
It's her gift. I can't tell you what her gift is.
We stay just looking at it. We're like, what? Well, why you keep showing it? I'll be mad at you too. Quit showing. That's teasing.
She 38 hot with me because I keep showing it to everybody.
He said 38 hot.
Leslie saw it earlier.
Who did?
Leslie.
Oh. Yeah. So.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for allowing me to be on y'all show tonight.
Yeah, thank you. You have a good evening.
All right, be good.
All right, love y'all.
Love you too.
So,
wow, that was good. I know everybody was saying and commenting.
Love y'all.
Love you too.
Let's see if it made.
Hey. Sure. Wow, that was good. I know everybody was saying that was good.
You should have hit it. So, what is y'all take on that? What is y'all take on it? What is y'all take on the whole segment tonight? The whole segment was, what do men really want? And Jason pretty much narrowed it all the way down on what to do, what not to do, what to expect, what not to expect. I mean, he just gave it to you 100.
Yeah, and I get that now that, you know, because I was saying, you know, tell people what your expectations are. But like he said, if you put it all out there once, especially when you really don't know this person, what they're going to do is mimic exactly what you said so they can conform to who you're looking for.
And then change on you once they get everything they want.
Right. So if I say I like Sunday walks in the park, all of a sudden now you're going to want to every Sunday walk in the park knowing that you don't like to walk, but because you're trying to get with me. Yeah. And then when we get together, then you be like, I don't like walking
I'm glad we did it right. I'm glad we friends first. we talked about
we cut no corners.
Yeah, you know, and
you learned a lot. Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for staying in here, you know.
It was Carla, just like it was informative for you, it was informative for me. It made me change because I kept sticking to that, you know, tell people what your expectations are, but now you need to, you know, break that off into pieces.
Queen says, Swing and Jay, you guys have touched more lives than you would ever know, including mine. why I'm so hooked on your TikTok. Just want to say thank you.
Aw,
Appreciate
that
you.
means love.
Appreciate
Aw, well,
you.
thank you so
Appreciate
much.
you.
Appreciate you.
All,
Gotcha.
all we ask is for respect, y'all. That's all we ask for. A lot of people don't agree with our lifestyle, but that's not for everybody to judge. We are human, have feelings just like everybody else. We have ins and outs just like everybody else. We
Not that you have to agree with the lifestyle. Just if we can get in here and we can just talk, because you can have your opinion. It's all a matter of, like she said, respect. How you say it and what you say.
Yeah.
And we can agree to disagree at the end of the day, because everybody, sometimes it makes us look at things totally different. Be like, you know what? That's another way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And
because a lot of people don't listen to what we say. They too busy looking at what we do.
Right.
Don't look at what we do. Just get the message. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with people. They're not getting the message.
If you can get the message, depending on the content, if you can get the message and we can make you smile, then we've done our job.
Yeah.
We've done our job.
Yeah, and I understand. I don't understand why people are envious or jealous or mad because we always on the For You page. We just enjoy doing what we do. We don't wake up saying, well, what we gonna do to piss somebody off today?
Yeah, let's make sure we're on the For You page so they can get mad. I mean, people are like, I'm so sick of looking at you. Well, all you gotta do is hold the screen and tell you
not interested.
Not interested, and you won't see our face no more. We can care less.
Yeah.
But some people they feel like they gotta go bothering other people that we know.
Yeah, you say, can you ask a question? That sure, ask your question, but be careful on the question you ask. Don't get yourself blocked or banned.
Keep in mind too that you're talking to a 50 and 55-year-old.
Yeah.
So we grown.
Grown over here. We some adults.
But what's your question?
They said many people hate themselves. That's why they push their hate. Exactly. And the thing is I don't get in nobody else's business. My boyfriend have a wife, then you don't have a boyfriend. So, what? Why you laughing?
My boyfriend have a wife.
Yeah, you don't have a boyfriend.
He ain't yours. Then you shouldn't even want to be with somebody that you have to share.
Yeah. I don't want nobody I got to share.
Love yourself enough to where you shouldn't want somebody where you have to share.
Yeah. Hey, but Bridget say damn. She come in and say damn. But y'all, it's just what it is. Enjoy the content, enjoy the lives, and take what you can and leave the rest.
Hey, Pookie, I didn't know you was on here, Pookie.
Hey, Pooh. She said, "Don't laugh, Jay."
Somebody said side piece.
Yeah, you ain't no side piece.
No, yeah. I mean seriously,
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, you're not even.
That's what is your name? Is it Yashi?
Yashima.
What?
Yashika.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Find you somebody else that you don't have to share. You don't need to be sharing.
Yeah, I mean, and know your worth. This is how you know your worth. So, but y'all, we've been on here for a minute.
Yes.
And we've had.
This is the longest we've been on.
Yes, we've been on here for a minute.
And we just came straight from the palace and got on.
Got on. Because
4.5 hours on the road and then came and got on. And
yeah.
We haven't even unpacked anything.
So I'm glad everybody chimed in here, got in here, had laughs, and yeah, I'm 50, she's 55. I'll be 51 next month. But we finna get in here and get our house together. After we done got y'all house together, we finna get our house together. So
we enjoyed you
guys. So y'all look at the videos, comment. Say what you say. Thanks to Leah. Thanks Kenya. Thanks Pookie. Thanks Nikki for being in here.
Yes.
Thank everybody for.
Thank you, J Rock for being with us and Jason Madison 6.
Yeah. Thank y'all for chiming in, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll probably see y'all tomorrow. My truck's still in the shop. I called to see if they say they waiting on the warranty. So from my understanding, if they waiting on the warranty, that means they ain't fixed it. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be off. Lord, let's bow our heads and pray. Yeah. Father God, in the name of Jesus, let's make sure that I'm all right, that we're all right, that we're all right for the next couple of weeks, Lord. This I pray, amen.
Amen.
Anyway,
I know y'all like, well, wait a minute, what happened?
So, but for those of you that helped, I appreciate you, helping. It means a lot.
Amen.
And thank y'all for y'all love and support and friendship. It means a lot. I promise you, it means a lot. It really means a lot. And just like we touch y'all, you definitely touch me. You touch her, you definitely, y'all put into my life, and I appreciate that. I really do. I can't give you hugs. I can do this
virtual hug.
Yeah,
pounds.
But it's just what it is. I appreciate everybody, doing what they're doing as much as you're doing.
Except by my distant cousins.
Yeah. So y'all, if you're trying to send anything to the PO box, it's in the bio. If you're trying to send in the Cash App, it's in the bio. Got a surprise in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna put the YouTube up. That's the only way y'all gonna be able to watch the film I'm gonna put on. But other than that, that's it. So Sharon B used to say my TikTok sisters.